Yes, good evening. The video you're about to see, which we obtained through a records request, refers to a department that is truly admired and particularly adamant of being interactive with the community. So when this was put out, it has been described as an aberration by officials, which makes the whole thing even more difficult to watch.
It's a very hard video to watch.
Rialto Mayor Pro Tem Ed Scott referring to police camera video of fire personnel responding on November 11th.
It's a break for a male not breathing.
The 911 call for a male not breathing came from the Rialto post-acute care facility, where a Rialto police officer responded along with Rialto fire paramedics, who told the officer the patient had to be brought out to them. And that's when the officer went in.
They're not going to come in. They're saying it's a state law that they can't come in.
It's a cardiac arrest. He's completely out. We're doing the pressure. We cannot move him.
Inside the patient's room, several people are working on him. The bed has no wheels, so they're not able to move him, and the officer jumps into action.
Someone get up there to help her steer it, and I can push it.
They push the patient out the door of the facility to the waiting firefighters, who eventually do transport the man to the hospital. But 56-year-old Joseph Angulo died that night.
I became aware due to a complaint from one of the employees down at the care center, so I reported it to the city attorney.
We reached out to California's Emergency Medical Services Authority, getting a statement reading that, quote, upon acceptance of a call assignment, California paramedics cannot refuse service, i.e. assessment, treatment, transport, unless directed by law enforcement or if the scene is unsafe. But we were also directed to this memo from the San Bernardino County Fire Chiefs Association. It outlines best practices for long-term care facilities like the Post-Acute Care Center, including that dispatch centers request facilities to move patients to the door or outside. Still, the memo is dated April of 2020, over a year ago, and we asked if the city had any similar guidance.
To my understanding, there may have been something in the very beginning, but currently there is not.
At tonight's council meeting, this from an emotional Rialto mayor.
I don't think there's any words that we could say, anyone, to underscore that we want to have a thorough investigation.
Rialto Fire Department's acting chief, Brian Park, also issuing a statement reading in part, the department personnel under investigation have already been placed on leave pending an independent third-party investigation that is in progress. He also went on to thank the police officer and the nurses for what he describes as their heroic actions. Joseph Angulo, 56 years old, is a man you saw in the video. He did die, and his family is aware of what happened. We have yet to hear from them. I'm Christina Gonzalez in Rialto. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you.